Today, we are honored to have a qualified naturopath with a diploma in naturotherapy, Swati Dhariwal, with us. Swati, welcome to the show. But it's amazing that you, at such a short notice, Swati, that you agreed to come and speak about such an important topic, a topic which should, if not already, should be very close to every woman's heart, every woman's womb, because these days, Swati, what I was noticing as somebody who works very closely with women, very closely on womb healing, specifically with women also, is that certain women related issues such as intimacy issues, such as PCOS, PCOD, these
Yes.
issues are becoming so common that they have become
Yeah.
as acceptable as having cold and flu at the season change. And that is actually very alarming because it is said that it is the health of a woman in the civilization. It affects the health of humanity. So, keeping that in mind, there are various initiatives that I, with Neha Goyal Shring Breathing, has taken over a period of time, including an elaborate group gathering of womb healing session. But today, specifically, to seek your expertise in how to naturally at home heal our womb and to take those necessary steps, those beginning steps, such that we can now, instead of concentrating outside in, start interacting with our womb, that we take care of our own health, which is absolutely there, but also take care, by taking care of ourselves, also take care of the quality of life that we give to ourselves and through us to others around us.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Neha. Yes, today's burning issue is the PCOD or the PCOS, endometriosis, or PMS, or menstruation,
Yeah,
menopause issues.
irregular menstruations and
Yes,
stuff,
yes, and
right?
menopause issues also.
Yeah,
And all these issues are connected to one main thing, and that is the way we live today. The status or the health that you are enjoying today is nothing but a sum or the result of the way you have been living all these years and the way you have been eating all these years.
correct.
And this also goes into it. What is your family surrounding? What are your emotional issues that you may be going through, and how you are able to handle them? So it's like everything together.
So, Swati, whenever somebody, as I was saying, that these days many women approach me, and PCOS, PCOD specifically have become an issue which is affecting almost every second, third woman. So, could you, to begin with,
Exactly.
help us understand that how our eating habits, or in fact, how does it even happen? How do we don't even realize, and the next thing that a woman knows is that she's suffering from such a concern?
Yes, very, very true. This is actually very, very common. Every second or third woman is suffering from this issue. And it's really important that we understand how this is happening and why this is
Right.
happening. Yeah. So if you actually look at every other creature in nature, right? Whether it be the birds or the animals, whoever are there in the wild, very often you'll see that they exactly know what their natural food is.
Correct. Yes.
Human beings are the only creatures who are the most confused ones who don't know what their natural food is. Because you just visit every different country and you'll see that people eat different kinds of foods. Like it's not just plant-based, it is sometimes even animal-based. People can eat just anything and everything all over the world. So this can be a point of confusion for us to understand what actually is human food. So we need to
Right.
understand that to really understand why we are going through what we are going through now and the way we live. Because there's so much of stimulation around us today. See, we are a part of nature, right? We are also no different than any other animal out there in nature. But the only thing that's different with us is like we have built concrete homes for ourselves. We have brought ourselves so much far away from nature. So what we've done is we have actually cut ourselves very much from nature.
Yeah.
So just because we are not more in alignment with nature now, our body is not able to function the way it is supposed to be functioning.
Hmm. So I
Right?
think two very important things that you brought up here, Swati. One
Yeah.
is that that somehow humanity, especially us, we have forgotten that we are a part of nature. We think that it's us and the nature, whereas we are the nature. We are a part of
True.
nature. And the
Yeah.
second thing that you also mentioned, that we have forgotten, we have lost touch with what exactly is human food. And what are we supposed to consume today? Maybe because of capitalism, what we call ease. Everything is so easily available, even off-season fruits, off-season vegetables are available, and we feel, wow, that is modernization. But what I hear you saying is that in fact that has backfired on us, and which is actually what is leading to such issues.
Yes. Yes. And just because we are cut off from nature, the way we live, we are actually overtaxing ourselves. We are lying, we are putting so much burden on our bodies constantly that the body has to be constantly working with lots of toxic stuff that we are putting inside ourselves in the name of food. Because in the name of food, mostly what we are eating is highly toxic, and which is really not at all supposed to be considered food at all for us. Okay, so the body has to process that constantly. The body has to process the constant stimulation that you're getting in the names of so many radiations and so much of stimulation around you. And there's so much of pressure in the name of you needing to achieve something, you needing to earn a lot of money, to have a certain stature in the society. So all these together is actually weighing down on us, and it's constantly demanding our energies all the time. So what
Right.
happens is, when your energy is being spent so much in so many different categories, there's very less energy left behind for your cleansing.
Mm.
What happens is, when there's constant input happening, input in the name of food, input in the name of information, input in the name of stimulation, the body does not have enough time left to do the elimination. If you can understand this concept, like constantly, if there's something coming in, just imagine there's a warehouse jahan pe, like constantly there's a lorry coming and putting stuff down.
Dumping stuff, yeah.
Yeah, stuff down. So all the employees, like just to clear up space, they'll have to just take in the stuff and put them inside, right? But then they won't have time left to segregate them and remove things that are not needed. So there's constant income happening, and there's not energy left enough for stuff to be thrown out. And this unthrown stuff, or this retained stuff which is still in your body, is what is decaying constantly, because we don't realize this, because bahar se dekho to we look perfectly fine, but inside there's a lot of decaying happening constantly, which we just are not aware of. The body gives us signals, the body gives us signs, but we tend to ignore them. And this is what leads to a lot of stagnation, a lot of toxicity. And this toxin is what the body tries to remove through different channels whenever you allow it that time and energy. So whenever you're giving your body the time and energy, the body tries to throw out through different channels. And one of the major channels that we women have is our periods. Like the body takes it on its own to try to remove as much toxin as possible through the bleeding that's happening during your periods. And this is a reason why you have so much of pain, because the body is trying to push out the toxins which are very stubborn and which are not that easy to move out.
Yeah. Swati, that instantly reminds me of how
Yeah,
my grandmother used to say that these days everybody has painful periods, but hamare zamane mein in our time, they said that they never used to have painful periods. In fact, with their periods,
exactly.
they were doing their day-to-day chores. They were also taking enough rest, but they were still doing. But
Actually,
today, every other woman is going through PMS. Every other woman, including myself,
almost yes.
we go through cramps.
Almost 95%, I can say.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
basically,
pain part.
this is a very interesting concept that you've told us, Swati, and it's a powerful thing that we women are doing every month, which is to cleanse our body naturally. Like
Yes, naturally.
we don't need to spend immense amount of money to go
Yeah,
and detox ourselves. You are telling us that this is our natural detox phenomenon, which has been God gifted to us. Wow.
exactly. Yes, but this is the most empowering and liberating information that I'm giving you today. And
Absolutely.
this is the actual truth, actually. Like, this is the truth, but we just are not aware of it.